I love books and I think they make fantastic gifts. And today I wanted to show you some books that I think would be perfect for giving as presents this year. So I've read I put my reading goal at 45 books this year and I am at 40 right now, so I have still 5 to go. So I read a lot of books. And in this video, I wanted to focus on non-fiction books, but there's also 2 fiction books in here. I think that giving books, one, can sometimes be tricky, and that's why non-fiction books are sometimes a little easier to give to people. And personally, I think that there's the right kind of book for every single person. So I want to start with I Didn't Do the Thing Today. I Didn't Do the Thing Today is a book by Madeline Dorr. Yeah, by Madeline Dorr. And it's all about letting go of productivity guilt. And I think this book is a fantastic book when we're talking about friends or family who feel like they have to do it all, and not because they are internally motivated, but really because they are crumbling under the expectation of society. I think that this book, for me, it changed the way that I approach productivity. I mean, I still want to be a very productive person because it makes me happy, but it also made me see through a different lens, and more as through a lens of pleasing myself instead of pleasing somebody else. And I think that in this book, there's a lot of lessons that can be learned for people who are on the edge of a burnout or even experienced a burnout and are trying to find their footing on the ground. The next book that I recommend is for the type A people. I learned a lot from this book. It is You Coach You by Helen Tupper and Sarah Ellis. And it's basically a guide on how to improve your skill set. It is specifically targeted to work, so for career-driven people, this is an amazing book. But I actually learned a lot of lessons for my personal life as well, so not only about work. It really talks about exercises and ways you can improve, but also create a healthier relationship with productivity. And yeah, it's for all your career girlies. That I must say. I say all your career girlies because it feels like more of a book targeted to women. It's not intentional, but it feels a little girly sometimes. So maybe it's just for the ladies in your life. But anyhow, who you think might enjoy it, it's a great book. And I should pick this up again. I mean, look at how much that I marked in there from things that are helpful to me. Then the next book that I have is not really a book, it is more so a workbook. So it is a journal. It is a do it for yourself, a motivational journal by Cara Petruzella. I totally butchered that name probably. But yes, so it is a journal with, I'll show you a page that I haven't filled out. So you have pages like this where you get a question and exercises and you can fill it out, or you have more interactive things like you have to make lists or drawings and fun things like that. And honestly, if you have a friend who is trying to start a business or trying to start something new in their life, this is a great resource. It is very much targeted to starting something and to making something come to life. So it's not really just a free journaling, working on yourself kind of thing. Then I have 3 books that I don't have the physical copy of. So the first book is Atomic Habits. It's a classic, but it's a great book. If you have people who keep failing every single year on making their goals and dreams come to life, Atomic Habits is a fantastic resource to help them change the way that they view habits and goal setting. And I think that anybody should read that book. Really, if you have a friend that is open to the whole productivity thing, then Atomic Habits is one of the best gifts. For your friends or family who's really on that self-development journey, The Mountain Is You is a fantastic book. You can see that I don't know the authors of books, because if I have them, I'll read them to you. If I don't have the physical copy, no idea. But yes, so The Mountain Is You. The Mountain Is You is a book that I learned a lot from personally. It talks about all the internal struggles you can have, like self-sabotage, self-doubt. It really questions who you are, and it really questions everything you do and why you do it. But it also proposes very easy step-by-step solutions to those mental blocks that you do have. So that's what I really liked about this book, and I have copies that I'm giving to my friends this year. Manifest. I've made a video on this channel that I am not the biggest fan of manifesting because it has been portrayed in a completely wrong way on the internet. But Manifest, that little orange book, got it so right. It talks about the mindset behind manifesting and being emotionally and mentally ready to receive the things that you want in your life, but also about how you need to put in that work. And it's that putting in that work part that online I often miss. But that part, that book, it's really like the step on how it's similar to what I offer here, the how to create your dream life and how to get there and what you need to be open toward. If you have friends who really are looking to level up their life, or even people that you believe would have get a lot out of leveling up their life, then Manifest is a really good present for them. But yes, another great non-fiction book is How to Get Paid for the Things You Know. It teaches you how to start a business as well, especially content creation and things like that. But I think that that is a great and fantastic book. Some other books that I haven't personally read, but that I'm really interested in reading and I think would make great gifts as well, are Elastic Habits, A More Beautiful Question. I think they're two books about also self-development and things like that. Yeah, they're on my list, but I think I have read summaries of them, so I think those would make great gifts as well. Then I have some recommendations for books that are non-fiction. The first one is a very specific one, but it is Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. It's an acquired taste, this book. There is not a lot of bliss in this book. There is a lot of sorrow, but I do think it changes your view on mental health and mental illness. This book talks about the journey of living with a mental illness. I do have to say it is a fictional mental illness that is talked about in this book, so it's not a real one, but I do think that a lot of the characteristics are still striking, and a lot of the things that she goes through, I think a lot of people will recognize themselves in. And I think this is a book that really might change people's views, and that's why I think it makes a great gift for like the aunt or uncle that are very judgmental of mental health and things like that. I think this would be a great sneaky gift to sneak their way. And I forgot my last book, and I will go grab it real quick. So I actually have 3 more books that I think would make great gifts. The first one being the classic The Song of Achilles from Madeline Miller. I need to read this book again because I did not get as emotionally destroyed as I should have been. But I still think that this is a great gift for all of those people who studied ancient literature or Latin or things like that. I think they would really enjoy the retelling of this story. It's the legend of Achilles, retold in a more human way. I think many people already know this book, but it is a great gift for all of your history geeks who also like to read, I think. A book that I will give to anybody and anything is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I am a hoe for Sally Rooney. I still need to read Beautiful World, Where Are You? So I really should get on that. But this book is so wholesome in every way. It's so toxic and so wholesome at the same time. That's the only way I can describe it. But it's such a beautiful story, and it is really about normal people, but about normal people that I could only aspire to be. And I think it's a safe gift for people who like to read. I think you have to be on the younger side maybe to enjoy it, but it's a very safe gift. So great book, you can give it to anyone. It is fantastic, just read it. And then the last book is The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Fuck? I don't know, I'm bad with names. I think this book would be great for anybody who experienced migration in their life, especially as a child, who's a first generation immigrant or is maybe even a second generation immigrant, or somebody who likes to read and learn at the same time, because this is a beautiful story about the island of Cyprus. And I think it could be a wonderful gift for anybody who enjoys fictional books that are based on real life, basically, because everything that they describe in this book in Cyprus did happen, but the people are fictional. But it is beautifully written, and even the title is beautiful if you think about the story. So yeah, I read some great books this year. But that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you again in 2 days, because here in December I am posting every other day up until the 15th of January, because I really want us to start the new year off right. And I mean, this channel is all about self-development, goal setting. This is my favorite time of the year. So if you want to see my face a lot, then subscribe, and if you don't want to, then don't. I hope I will see you tomorrow. Bye!